All right, we're back. Another walk and talk. Walk and talk fast. Walk and talk fast. Inside because of how cold it is outside. I think it's episode 6, but we'll mark it down. If it's incorrect, we'll change it. We have tonight, HSL basketball, the 2 best games, most competitive, most intense, most talent that we've ever had in so far our 3rd season now. We have our Tier 1 semifinal games, and it is 2 unbelievable matchups. First, we have what has become a legitimate rivalry over the last 2 seasons. We have Olam Realty, Captain Ben Roberts, with Elad Navon and Marcel and Lior and Big G, going up against Rides to Fly, formerly known as Link Home Care, with Captain, now Ari Allswing, and Cheryl Wasser, and Pacey Jacoby, and Levenger, and Bucks, and all the boys. These 2 teams are rivals. Rides to Fly, like I said, known as Link Home Care, came into the league the first season and absolutely dominated. No one even came close. They blew everyone out of the water. And then this Olam Realty team comes in last winter and, famously beats, Link Home Care, granted a lot of their guys to give them their first ever loss in the HSL. And then they had their full squads, both of them, and Link beats Olam Realty. Now, ultimately, Link loses in the semifinals in a controversial game in which Link claims they came sort of tipsy, but they lost. And Dylan Kaufman's Fly Vipers beat them, only to then lose to Olam Realty, who is our defending champ. So there's a lot of history there. Roberts likes to talk, and he backed up his talk last year with an absolute championship, and he's claiming the same again. There are rumors the guys might be around, but they are fully loaded tonight. They got everyone here. Pretty sure Rights to Fly does as well. It should be a matchup for the ages. Let's see if Yisrael Wasser could shut up the haters. A lot of hate been going around recently. He hasn't played as much this season. I think only played 5 games. Elad Navon also looking to make a statement. These 2 guys, both really talented players, don't get as much love as they should. Wasser got all the love in the past, but with all of our new additions to the league now, Wasser hasn't received the same glaze they've gotten in the past. So let's see what happens tonight. Commissioner prediction. I'm actually gonna take Olam Realty, and I'll tell you why. Ari Allswing is dominant down low. He owns the paint. Olam Realty has 2 bigs in Marcel and Big G, who I think will really help limit Allswing's ability. I do think that this is a great game for Pacey Jacoby. I think Pacey's going to have a phenomenal game. I think Wasser is also going to be effective with Lior. I'm pretty sure Lior will be on Wasser. Lior's got really long arms, fantastic side-to-side defense, and super athletic. I think Wasser's going to have trouble. We'll see. I'm taking Olam Realty in what is officially an upset. Rides to Fly is the 1 seed, Olam Realty is the 4. I have Olam Realty final score 56-52. I think it'll be a very close game. I'm going to put the line at -3.5 in favor of Olam Realty. Again, Olam Realty has not been healthy all season. They haven't had their regulars all season. They've been in and out. They have everybody tonight, and they are a dangerous team and an overlooked team, in my opinion. And I'm taking Olam Realty to win. Let's see if my Rides to Fly boys can prove me wrong, but as of now, I think Elad and the boys will take home the dub. Moving on to game number 2. Another unbelievable matchup. Forgot to mention we're having 3 refs tonight. So Dominic DeRosa, Stephen Baum, and our boy Big Don will be reffing the games. We do not want these games to get out of control, which is why we are, having 3 refs. We want to make sure the game stays under control and, as much as possible. But speaking of under control, these 2 teams, the Fly Vipers, led by Dylan Kaufman, and Silver Key Realty, led by Jeffrey Salimanov, 2 of probably the most aggressive teams in the league. They both are, very big. Fly is bigger, but Silver Key is super aggressive down low. Now, Silver Key is a bit banged up. They're missing one of their 3-point specialists. I'm forgetting his name, is slipping my mind, but he's in Israel. Jeff himself is a little hurt. We have a little viral video. I'm not sure if we're going to send that out, but it was very funny. As much as I feel bad for Jeff, it was definitely funny. I think he'll admit to it. And Joe, who is, arguably the best, or one of the best on Silver Key, is hurt. He's hurt. He's coming early to test out his ankle. He does have time before a couple hours if he comes early. He has this. The first game is before he plays. So he'll have a couple hours, but that's huge. If Joe is out, they're in trouble. Now Vlad, on the other hand, is coming fully loaded. Sharif's in the house. Khalil is in the house. Noah Aaron, Jack Ross. They're coming in fully stacked. And when they're fully stacked, I said it from the beginning, and I'm going to keep to my word. I think they're the best team in the league. I think Silver Key will keep up with anybody, but they are banged up. They're missing one of their guys, and for that reason, I think Vlad ultimately will pull away. I think it's going to be a very high-scoring game. Silver Key has way too many shooters, including Jason and including, slipping my mind, but just unbelievable shooters for Silver Key, 3-point shooters, and they're going to hang around with anybody. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, like I said. I think Vlad ultimately will win. I say something like 71-64. Fly Vipers put the line at -6.5. So that's it. We're looking forward. Again, it's 3 refs. It should be. I expect both games to be super intense, super competitive. Like I said, the best games we have had so far in HSL history, and I fully expect to live up to the hype. We'll see what happens. Hartora 8:30 rides to Fly and Olam. 9:30 Fly Vipers Silver Key. Again, I have Olam on the -3.5, and I have Vly at -6.5. So let's see how this plays out. A lot of MVP candidates in this game: Noah Aaron, Elad Navon, Yisrael Wasser, Pacey Jacoby, Joe. A lot of MVP candidates that is fighting it out tonight. So we'll see how that plays out. Either way, guys, I'm looking forward. We'll be there. It should be intense. We'll have music. We'll have pump. We'll have hype. And listen, the winners, congrats, going to the championship on Sunday. The losers, hope you guys still there Sunday. We have a 3-point shootout. It should be a lot of fun. We appreciate all you guys. We appreciate the league. Little hint, little tidbit coming for the winter season. We have a new sponsor who's going to be sponsoring Play of the Week. So, we always put out highlights and have super cool plays, and they'll win something special. We're also working on a sponsor for Player of the Game. Won't be something big because it's going to be a lot. We have a lot of games. But I want every single game, the Player of the Game, to receive something. So let's see. We might have some players mic'd up tonight. We're going to do some interviews tonight. The game will be live streamed, announced by yours truly. As you got a glance at my mother's kitchen here. You got to love New Year's, school. She's watching my son. And it's going to be hump. It's going to be pump. It's going to be hype. It's going to be awesome. And I appreciate you guys watching this. Don't get insulted if I predict you to lose. I think both games will be really close. I'm just talking from what I think and what I see. So see you guys soon. Pumped. Good luck.